I am with one creator who I'm going to be journaling with, who I think is the Hannah Montana of social media influencer because she has two careers, acing both the careers. Mitali, welcome. Hustle culture motivating or is it toxic?
It's toxic.
If a man agrees to everything that you say,
Red flag.
journaling is something that Gen Z introduced to us, and it's that one feeling, one activity जहाँ आप overthink कर रहे हो, stress में हो, कुछ भी कर रहे हो, just do that and you'll instantly feel better. And I am with one creator who I'm going to be journaling with, who I think is the Hannah Montana of social media influencer because she has two careers, acing both the careers. Mitali, welcome.
Thank you so much.
So you tell me first of all, like I said, Hannah Montana of social media influencers, क्या दो careers हैं और how are you doing two careers? क्योंकि बहुत लोग हैं जिनसे एक career भी नहीं हो रहा ठीक से.
So, hi everybody. My name is Mitali. I'm a doctor and alongside I'm a content creator. I do create content on YouTube, Instagram around lifestyle, productivity, just living my life and doing my thing. So those are the two careers that I am currently working on. मुझसे भी नहीं हो रहा है honestly. I keep juggling and I am like on most of the days I'm like, oh, I think I should just stop. But
Yeah.
then something in me just makes me do everything. So yeah.
Okay, but anybody who is looking at your social media content, उन्हें देख के लगता है यार ये बहुत sorted है life, क्योंकि एक तरफ हमें देख रहे हैं कि मिताली is also going to her 6 a.m. morning shifts of at the hospital. She's also coming back. She owns a brand of journals, coloring books and whatnot, and she's also doing social media influencing. What part of it does excite you the most? And do you really have 24 hours in your day or are there more? Like हमारे पास 24 है, how many do you have?
So I think most part of it really excites me. If I have to answer the first question first, I love what I do. I love to create content. I love getting creative. So I think medicine and content creation just ignites, or I would say satisfies both sides of me, the academic side which wants to study, wants to learn more, and the creative side that wants to try out new things and just be on the edge of everything and all of that. However, yes, even I have 24 hours in my day. So yes, there is a lot of struggle and there is a lot of compromise and sacrifice on other things that happen here and there. But I think I'm able to do it because I really want to do it and I love doing it, as I said.
Yeah.
So yeah, God helps.
Okay, perfect. So Mitali has a brand that has journals. It has coloring books. What else does it have?
We do everything. We do yearly planners, calendars, we do aesthetic stationery, coloring books like this one, and we are like very pro journaling.
Yeah.
So if you don't journal, you should journal. Buy our journal and journal.
Subtle plug, but I'm going to open any page and I'm going to ask you something that's written in the journal.
Yeah.
Journal is supposed to be private activity, but we'll do just one question and breaking the rules of journaling. So it says, today I feel dash. What is it that you're feeling today?
Oh, I feel ever since I've started using this and becoming more aware about my feelings, I know that I'm not feeling one thing any day. I'm feeling like 10 things every day.
Correct.
So today I feel happy, excited, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm also a little in that zone ki I just hope everything goes well. So yeah, I'm feeling a lot and I hope this goes well.
We will make sure it goes well because we have a very fun activity.
Yeah.
With the journaling, we also have some coloring books that Mitali has made on her own.
Yeah.
So let's pick one thing that we want to color today.
One artwork.
And we'll start coloring and we'll also talk about life. Okay?
Done.
So I want to know that at what point in life did you feel like यार बहुत adulting हो गई या ये peak adulting moment हो गया क्योंकि अभी तक मैंने सोचा bills भरना होगा but this is something that I did not expect.
Oh my God, I think peak adulting is happening right now, right here, sitting in my home. When I wake up, I'm juggling because my home is also my office, my studio and my home. So
Yeah.
I'm juggling maid दीदी कि खाने में क्या बनना है, groceries कौन सी आनी है, and then my team, and then there are like certain brands sitting on my head कि okay
Yeah.
where is this video, and then I'm suddenly juggling कि okay but that edit was also left,
Yeah.
but then I have to shoot this video also,
Yeah.
and then maid दीदी is like पर दूध ही नहीं है. I think it's so much. At one point, I'm like, भाई बस करो अब मुझे घर जाना है वापस. I want to go back to my parents' home. So I think that form of adulting is something that nobody really teaches you or like talks about.
Or prepares you for.
Yeah, or prepares you for.
Yeah.
Like paying bills, paying Wi-Fi bills, bijli ka bill, I'm still okay with. But like handling all of this, I just feel now that I have much more respect for my mom कि भाई how is she doing it and how is she still doing it.
So you know lots of people say यार कि adulting जो है ना थोड़ी सी मतलब not many people are enjoying adulting. सबको है कि यार वापस let's go back to our school and college
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
What part of adulting do you enjoy? Like for example, now that I'm living away from my family, I feel like yes, all these groceries tasks and all of these are difficult, but the fact that I can make my own decisions even in terms of आज क्या बनना है is somewhat like enjoyable for me. So do you have moments where you feel like yeah this is maybe a tough life but I'm really enjoying this life?
Got it. I think I don't know how many people would relate with what I say, but like I hope most girls do, because I think as we grow up as girls in Indian households, the biggest problem is freedom. शाम को इतने बजे वापस आ जाना है, तुम स्कूटी से नहीं जाओगी, योर डैड विल कम टू पिक यू अप, और कहाँ जाना है उसके लिए आई लिटरली हैड टू प्रिपेयर माई पेरेंट्स 10 days in advance if I had to go to a birthday party.
Okay.
So like एक माहौल बनाना पड़ता था
हाँ.
कि अभी इनका मूड अच्छा है, अब शायद पूछ सकते हैं, एंड अब परमिशन मिल जाएगी. So I think the best thing like that I feel about adulting is that I don't have to ask for permission.
Okay.
So this last week only I was going to Bombay, and like I called my dad and I was like, so I'm at the airport, I'm going to Bombay. And I felt so like, it's not exactly happy, but I felt so different ki, oh my god, I can take my own decisions. And he was like, acha, okay, and that's it. That's all. I was like, oh my god, I've really grown up. So I think that's my favorite part of adulting, the freedom that it comes with, and like the ability to make the smallest of decisions by your own self.
When was it that you realized that you should move out? And I'm sure because you're so young, you're 23, your parents would have been, why do you want to move out?
Oh, definitely.
So talk to me about how that whole from that idea कि okay maybe this is the time to move out to like actually making it happen.
So I think a little bit background. I have been living alone for the past 7-8 years.
Okay.
In the sense that I've been living in hostels.
Okay.
So ever since I was in 11th, I am living in hostels. So 11th, 12th was a hostel in Kota. Then I came to college, which is in Delhi, and I think almost 5 years of living in college on campus in hostels, and also creating content, juggling everything. I realized कि अब नहीं हो पा रहा है hostel because of multiple reasons. Because of I was wanting to grow my team.
Okay.
And I wanted to have a space where I and my team could sit together and brainstorm and work. And then secondly, the living conditions in the hostel were like going out of hand for me. Especially, I think it was just God's sign somewhere, because I've honestly lived in really nice hostel rooms for the past few years, but this last hostel room that I got, it was so bad that I was like, oh my god, I cannot live here. Like the walls were chipping off, everything was just going out of hand, and I just didn't have the bandwidth to get everything fixed. I was like, I want to move out. Also because of multiple lifestyle upgrades that I was wanting to make so that my content also gets upgraded.
Got it.
So it was both work and personal decision.
But it was not dramatic like कि मैं अब घर छोड़ के जा रही हूँ.
Like, I was again, the preparation. I was preparing my parents for almost a year
Okay.
that I will move out. I will move out. I am planning to
And
move
your
out.
parents, for context, are back in Agra.
Yeah, yeah.
And we are here in Delhi today.
Yeah,
ठीक
yeah.
है, हाँ.
So I was prepping them ever since probably last April, May.
हाँ.
That I am going to move out. I have to move out and I cannot live here. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I was prepping them, and finally I just said that I found a house and now I'm shifting. So
And this is after you finalize the place?
yeah.
Okay.
I did not tell them while I was house hunting.
Okay.
Because then my dad would have been like, "Arey, you won't be able to do it alone." This
Yeah.
that. So I hunted the house. Then I just sent him the video. Okay, this is the house. I finalized it, and I'm going to pay tomorrow, and I'm shifting.
That's quite
So,
that's
yeah.
quite a shocker for Indian dads.
Yeah. He was like, I think Indian dads like have the most problem when they realize ki, oh my god, she could do it. Like, she didn't need me. She didn't ask for help. Because I think dads, like, just like moms have that nurturing thing, dads have this providing ability that they
Correct.
feel like whenever I'm
They
even
feel
telling him,
obligated that
yeah,
this is
that
what
I should help.
we should do and
Yeah.
help. Yeah.
even when I told my dad that okay, I'm at the airport, तो कुछ चाहिए, you want something, ticket विकेट, मैंने कहा टाइट टिकट तो हो गई पापा, एयरपोर्ट पे हूँ तो मैं कुछ कर सकता हूँ, मैंने कहा नहीं आप चिल करो, and he feels sad कि अब मैं क्यों कुछ नहीं कर सकता, and I feel I understand sort of where he's coming
Yeah,
from now, but yeah.
But have you seen like a change in him or even your mom? Like, have you seen a change in your parents after you started earning, or after, you know, I'm sure like people come to you and recognize you and
Yeah.
ask for photos even when they are there, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
have you seen like more trust, more pride, and like more trust in the fact that यार ये कर लेगी अब?
Yeah, okay. So, pride, definitely yes, but not
Okay.
on the face. Never on the face.
Okay.
Always like in front of other people, and that is
Okay.
something I come to know from like third person.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Yeah. But when it comes to trust, yes, definitely. But I think it has little to do with earning and more to do with how I have myself trained them. Ki, listen, I want to do this on my own. They won't let me, and then I
Yeah.
will force them, and then we'll have a fight, and I'll do it anyway.
Yeah.
And then the second time when I ask them, they're like, "हाँ ठीक है, she did it the last time, तो ये कर लेगी
अब
अब."
कर लेगी, हाँ.
So I think because I'm the eldest sibling,
Okay.
I really have to train my parents कि मुझे ये करने दो और मुझे ये करना चाहिए, otherwise कैसे होगा? Like, as simple as when I wanted to learn a scooty, and
Yeah.
this was back in 9th standard, and in our city, like in Agra, everyone used to ride a scooty when they were in 9th standard, because this was like a
like culture,
yeah, not a
trend
culture
है.
but yeah, trend that
है.
9th standard में बच्चे coaching join करेंगे and they will go to the coaching
Yeah.
by scooty. Coming on a car or with your parents is uncool.
Yeah.
So that was the culture. So I was
Yeah.
like, मुझे सीखना है, मैं uncool बच्चों में नहीं आ सकती, मुझे खुद से जाना है.
Yeah.
I had to really like push him, train him कि please मुझे सिखाओ. And now my sister, she's like 8 years younger to me. When she came in 8th standard, my dad is forcing him that you learn a scooty. ऐसे कैसे होगा? She learned it in 9th and she was forcing me. Why are you not forcing me? Learn it. I was like, bhai, the amount of things that they're getting on their plate because of my effort, they need
Yeah.
to appreciate.
Correct. So I'm not sure if you've seen that reel where Anushka Sharma is saying that I wish everybody earns money. ताकि
Yeah.
उन्हें पता चले that this
Money
is
and
not
fame
it.
is never the thing. Like,
Yeah. You earned money, you earned fame. So
Yeah.
I want to know, did you have any preconceived notions about कि यार पैसा आ जाए या फेम आ जाए तो ऐसा होगा, और अब आ गया है तो अब लग रहा है कि अब सब सॉर्ट हो गया है.
So, I wouldn't say that I didn't have, like, because I come from a
Yeah.
decently privileged
Sure.
family, a well-to-do family. Both my parents are doctors. So, it was never like that I have personally seen ऐसे financial struggles at home.
Got it.
So, so coming back to the point that I was reading this in a book, that whatever problems you faced in your childhood are problems that you also face in your adulthood. So, for example, if money was a problem in childhood, you will always make money the problem in your adulthood too. Even if you have money, you will always have the fear ki, oh, it'll go away, so I should save, I should do
Okay.
this. You will not take risks.
Okay.
Like, this is what a psychology book I was reading, like I read in. So I personally feel that, because touch wood, for me, money was never the problem growing
Yeah.
up. Money is never the problem even now.
Okay.
So when I started content, I had zero, like, I did not even think about money. I wouldn't even say expectations. I didn't even think about ki this will get me money.
Got it.
And also I had the leverage that I was a student, so I didn't need the money. Like, my parents were
Got
very
it.
happily sponsoring everything that I was doing. So money was always an added thing that just happened.
Got
And I
it.
think when that is the case is when you are actually able to happily earn money and you're not running after. So I feel that that is when you're actually happily able to earn money and you're not making it a problem in your head. So for me personally, again, when money came in, it didn't make a lot of difference. Of course, yes, because it was my own money, I could spend it my own way. Again, the freedom angle
Yeah.
coming back.
Yeah.
That, yes, definitely. But otherwise, money did not make a difference. However, fame.
Yeah.
Fame was something that I always wanted.
Okay.
Like, this was my 7th standard dream that I'll be a Bollywood actress one day and I'll have like paps around me.
Yeah.
So that didn't happen, but I think I am decently famous now. People
Yeah.
recognize me, and that is when you realize that, oh, this has downsides also.
Okay.
Oh, it's not like it's not all rosy when you think. And even for that matter, for money, the
Yeah.
more money you have, the more stress. The more stress of how to make more. Like, the greed never ends. So I just feel ki, yes, definitely what Anushka says, I agree with, that money and fame is never the point. The point is actually to maybe find yourself, find your own purpose, and be like, it's very difficult to constantly strike a balance between being content with what you have and also running after your ambitions. So I'm really looking to do that, though I know I'm too young to do this, probably, I don't know, but I really want to. Like, I want to work with all the honesty, but I also do want to, like, sort of strike a balance that I don't want to be greedy with work. I want to do because I want to do it and not for the money or the fame bit of it now.
Got it, got it. So, a lot of times we see that when Gen Z or millennials start earning money, they say, "यार, adult money है मेरे पास." Now
Yeah.
I buy the most stupidest things,
Yeah.
which could be like remote control
A
chipkali.
big pencil of that size.
Yeah, big pencil or money that usually you use in like useless things, but
Yeah.
also like very important things, also like houses and cars and all of that.
Yeah.
So I want to know, what is the most useless purchase you've made with your own adult money,
Oh my
and what's
God.
the most useful purchase you've made?
There are so many useless purchases I can count, but I think when I started earning, the most useless purchases I've made is tons of skincare and tons of makeup, which
Okay.
is still kept and I don't use it because
Okay.
I have so much that even if I like use makeup every day, I
Yeah.
don't think I'll be able to finish it all off, and it
Got
all
it.
expires eventually.
Got it.
So, which is why I've made a pact with myself that not going on Sephora, Tira, Nykaa, on apps, and not even like in mall stores, because
Okay.
it just lures you to buy. But now I've realized कि भाई मिताली, you have so much.
Yeah.
तेरे पास इतने blushes हैं, तू करेगी क्या, पहले तू ये तो सोच.
हाँ.
So yeah, I think that is the most useless purchase that I've made and now I've stopped making.
Okay.
The most useful, I think, now I've started really investing in things for the long term. So when I was like a college student in second, third year, I used to go to Sarojini, Lajpat, and I used to be like, oh my god, I'll get this top for 100 rupees and crack a deal and everything. But now I've understood ki bhai dekh, you'll buy that 100 rupee ka top, it'll last you one time and it wouldn't even have the quality. So go buy a 2000 rupee top. It'll last you for
Yeah.
10, 12 wears.
Yeah.
And it'll actually look good and
Yeah.
it'll last you for quality too.
Yeah,
So-
hard relate on that, because I feel like I bought so much shit from Sarojini Nagar, and you know, in our heads are like, यार चलो
क्या
नया
crazy
सीजन
कर दिया?
नया सीजन आया है, लेट मी गो टू सरोजनी गेट 10 tops and now I've realized what shit are we buying.
Yeah.
Sarojini Nagar is overrated AF.
Yeah.
And those tops are not going to last you even like
One wash.
season.
One wash.
One wash sometimes. So stop going to Sarojini Nagar and buy like good quality clothes.
Yeah. So that, and even for that matter, like if I make bigger purchases,
Yeah.
so I do not like hesitate from making bigger purchases. I'm okay spending my money because, as I said, money is never the problem.
Yeah.
So I do spend money, but I make sure that this has to be worth it. This
Okay.
has to last. If I'm buying, let's say, an expensive laptop which costs like 2 lakh rupees, but I know it'll help me edit, shoot, it'll help me with my business, it'll help me with my brand, I think I should go for it. So yeah, definitely with that, I've started making like better purchases that are really worth the money.
Now there are some things that internet has taught us. These are 3 terms. One is hustle culture. I
Yeah.
want to know, is it motivating or is it toxic?
It depends how you take it. I
Okay.
mean, hustle can be motivating. Like, I think I've survived 3-4 years of college, juggling college and content, only
it.
basis that hustle, that no, I have to do it, I should do it. But you have to exactly know when it starts getting on your head, when you actually start compromising on your health, when you actually start compromising on your mental health for that matter, and you're not sane, you're just doing stuff for the sake of doing it, and you're blinded with that ambition. Okay, I want to do X amount of things. Like for me, it was I want to reach 1 billion. But when I hit 1 million, I was like, okay, now what? It suddenly felt so empty. Ki, okay, I've achieved this goal, but now what next?
Yeah.
I was running after it for so long, and suddenly when I did it, I was happy. I was very grateful. But then I was like, now.
Yeah.
So
now
I
what?
think
Yeah.
it is important to keep yourself grounded, and keep reminding yourself that there's a life apart from work also, where you need to take care of yourself, you need to be happy, go out with your friends, chill, have fun.
So is it toxic or is it motivating?
For me, right now, the phase of life I am at, it's toxic.
Okay.
Because I think I've done enough hustle,
Okay.
borderline toxic hustle, and now I've realized that nahin, I have to sort of get out of it and sort of fix my life outside work too.
Okay. Is work-life balance a scam or it's a reality?
It's reality. I think it's reality. You can very well balance your work and your life if you really want to.
Okay.
It will happen.
Okay. So people say follow your passion.
Yeah.
Is it a privilege to follow your passion?
Yeah.
Or is it practical advice?
I think it's a privilege. It is definitely a privilege, because I think just like now, after giving 8 years of my life to medicine, I choose to take a break here and not pursue it. That is wholly and solely because I have the privilege of doing it. I have something going on alongside. I have my parents supporting me. Had it not been both these things, I wouldn't be able to.
Okay, perfect. So these are the 3 things I wanted to ask you. I have a segment called Red Flag, Green Flag. I'm going to ask you about relationships.
Okay.
Maybe boys, since a lot of people also look up to you in terms of what they should do in their life. So first is, if a man agrees to everything that you say.
Red flag.
Why is it a red flag?
I think everything is when they suppress their own personality, and which is what happens in your honeymoon phase. And then once it's over, then the real personality comes out, and then they will start disagreeing with you, and then you'll feel like, oh my god, it's another person. So I think it's better to set those boundaries right from the start. And I really don't like the fact that guys behave a certain way like the girl wants them to in the start, so that they can just pataw her and then fair.
Okay, if a guy replies instantly 24/7.
Green flag. Yeah, would love it.
Okay. He takes time to be romantic or to show love.
Green flag.
Okay. Subtle flex about money or lifestyle. It's subtle, so it could be both also.
Yeah, matlab it's What is green and red? Brown flag.
Okay, brown flag. Okay, shares everything on the first few dates.
Red flag.
Okay, it could be like a overshare.
Yeah, it could be a oversharer, but like this is I'm speaking completely from my perspective.
Yeah.
I am very reserved person, and I like to take my own time to open up. So
Okay.
I'm not very happy around people who like overshare, because I feel overwhelmed when I get so much information and I don't know how to process it, because I cannot give so much information in the first place since I take time.
Okay.
To open up. So just from my perspective.
Okay. So a guy who says he's a feminist, but only likes and reposts and shares alpha male content.
Reddest flag.
Okay. A guy who says he does not need anybody.
He does not need anybody. Oh my god. Even I say this a lot of times when I'm in.
Is Mitali a red flag?
मैं गुस्से में होती हूँ, मैं बोल देती हूँ, but I think that's a red flag. You shouldn't say.
If a guy has no female friends.
No female friends, I think, is a problem. I'll call it a red flag, because I think men who are in general around women, they are just more sensitive to your issues. They know, like, so for example, men who have elder sisters or probably younger sisters too, or whose mom had a lot of say in their upbringing, I think it just helps having more females around.
Yeah. Okay.
No female bestie, but.
Okay, no female best friends, just like hi, hello. Friends.
Yeah. Should be
Hi, hello,
there.
friends.
You should have female interaction in your life.
Okay. A guy who does not post you on his social media because he thinks nazar lag jayegi.
Oh my god. No, red.
Red flag?
Yeah.
Okay, red flag. And now we're going to go back to our coloring. So Mitali and I have decided कि हम बहुत time लेंगे ये color करने में. हमने बस अभी इतना color करा है. Mitali, show your coloring. And this is my coloring, very not adult coloring at all. And Mitali's is of course very beautiful. But thank you so much, Mitali, for giving us time over here. We're going to stop the camera and do some coloring ourselves now and complete this. And we will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much, Mitali.
Thank you so much. Bye.